Hello, got a little challenge that I'm hoping you'd all get involved in. If not, no worries, but it'd be great if you did. I've got a toilet roll here. In a moment, I'm going to throw it off to my right. I'd like one of you to catch it in from the left-hand side of your screen, something in the middle, whatever you fancy, and then throw it off again to the right for the next person to do the same. Once you've done, if you could send your videos to my WhatsApp, which is in the blurb, that'd be great. Okay, friends from Quentin Quarantino are going to demonstrate for you. Thanks. Get involved. Hello, got a little challenge that I'm hoping you'd all get involved in. If not, no worries, but it'd be great if you did. I've got a toilet roll here. In a moment, I'm going to throw it off to my right. I'd like one of you to catch it in from the left-hand side of your screen, something in the middle, whatever you fancy, and then throw it off again to the right for the next person to do the same. Once you've done, if you could send your videos to my WhatsApp, which is in the blurb, that'd be great. Okay, friends from Quentin Quarantino are going to demonstrate for you. Thanks. Get involved. Good evening, folks. We'll be underway very, very shortly. If you haven't already sent me your team name or a little wave to let me know you're here tonight, if you could do that now, it would be much appreciated. Loving some of the photos I've got coming in from the Vickery Princesses. Who else we got? We've got the Pickle Ticklers. I really hope that's the standards, otherwise there's something odd going on out there. Tilbury Quizzical Massive. This time next year we'll be allowed out. What else we got so far? Quentin Quarantino are here. That's the only ones I've had stuff from so far, so let me know if you're around. Thank you. Right, good evening, folks. Bud is the word have joined us, as has Rich and Amanda. Is that Amanda who lives in America, Amanda? Have I gone that international? Sounds good. Okay, tonight I've gone all out. I've actually got 7 rounds for you. As to if we can speed them all, if it gets too late and we're not actually getting them out quick enough, then I will obviously cut it short. But I'm fairly confident with the rounds we've got tonight, I'll be able to get them blasted out. And yeah, if you should all be ready to go. Couple of new teams tonight, but as you've already sent me all your WhatsApp team names, I think you get how this works. I will give out bonus points to anyone who gets involved, i.e. sends me some photos, especially those in fancy dress like the Vickery Princesses. I've also had a couple of toilet roll challenges sent to me this week, which have got them a few bonus points as well. Apologies, I haven't edited them into the video just yet, because I don't want to just put out new video, new video, new video. I'd quite like, at the end of all this, to put out one big long video. Okay, so rounds tonight, we have Disney voice actors, and that there's a common theme linking through them, or a connection rather. Then I've got Disney bats, so those familiar with dingbats, pictorial clues to various Disney things. I've then got, of course, the legend that is DJ Howie doing a guest round tonight. Quite an easy animated Disney round for you there. After, I have got a round for the geeks. I've got Star Wars Under Disney as one of the rounds. I've then got a round called Wrong Place, Wrong Time. That's going to be your picture round tonight, where I want you to identify 12 characters that just don't belong in the scene they're in. Then round 6, poorly described Disney films. After the success of the movies round, I've got quite a good bit of good feedback on that. So I've gone again and described some films really badly that I want you to identify. And then, does Disney own the world yet, is the final round tonight, which is a nice little easy true or false round. I'm going to ask you I'm going to give you various companies, characters, etc., and ask you if Disney owns it. True or false? Okay, there are bonus points available through the quiz as we go along. I'll let you know what they are when they are, but you've all been getting your answers in fairly quickly. Obviously, my answers are correct. If I turn around and say Disney are in fact the best company ever, they treat all their employees wonderfully, and they definitely don't have a dark racist history, then that's all true. Number 2, and round rule number 2, do not use Google, please. Like, bear in mind, if you want to use Google, go ahead, just don't send me your answers, because I don't want to mark Google's work, I want to mark your work. Or rather, my sister does, so big thank you to her for marking in the other room tonight. I'm not even falling over as I'm doing the quiz, which is nice. So, have we got everyone now? I think that's enough rabbiting, so let's get on with it. Round number 1. Question number 1. All voice actors. Who voices Anna in Frozen? That's number 1. Who voices Anna in Frozen? Question number 2. Who voiced the genie in the original animated Aladdin? That's number 2. Who voiced the genie in the original and animated Aladdin? Question number 3. In what film does Kevin Spacey voice Hopper? That's number 3. In what film does Kevin Spacey voice Hopper? Question number 4. Who voices Pumbaa in the 2019 version of The Lion King? I refuse to say live action. Who voices Pumbaa in the 2019 version of The Lion King? The slightly more realistic animated film. Not that I'm bitter. Number 5, another one of the live action remakes, though one that I didn't hold quite as much emotional attachment to the original. Who voices Shere Khan in the live action The Jungle Book? That's number 5. Who voices Shere Khan in the live action The Jungle Book? Question number 6. Who does Andrew Stanton voice in Finding Nemo? That's number 6. Who does Andrew Stanton voice in Finding Nemo? Number 7. Who voices Gazelle in Zootropolis? That's number 7. Who voices Gazelle in Zootropolis? A few weeks back, my neighbour informed me that I miscalled that film Zootopia. I didn't mean to, and I did mark Zootropolis right even then, so don't worry about it. But who voices Gazelle in Zootropolis was number 7. Number 8, Patrick Warburton voices which character in The Emperor's New Groove? That's number 8. Patrick Warburton voices which character in The Emperor's New Groove? Apologies for leaving that running. Question number 9. What is Tom Holland's character in Onward called? What character does Tom Holland play in Onward? That's number 9. Now, number 10 is a support character at best in Monsters University. However, if you look at your answers for the first 9, if you've got them all right, you've probably already spelt his last name. Who voices Frank McKay in Monsters University? If you look down your answers for the first 9, you should be able to come up with his last name. And that might help you out with the other answers too. Okay, folks, I will give you a couple of minutes to get your answers in there. If you do want any repeats, please let me know via WhatsApp ASAP, and I will happily repeat them. Otherwise, get your answers in for me. We can get them marked underway, and I can leave you with the dingbats. Okay, folks, should have all your answers in now for that one. Thank you very much for how swiftly you got them all in. Gonna lose with bows, victory princesses, This time it should be allowed out. Yeah, looks like all the teams I've had announced have sent in some answers now, and no requests for repeats, which means I'm going to leave you now with some Disney bats. So, for those who don't know, dingbats, you'll get some little clues on the pictures. They will tell you, they will either lead to a Disney song, a Disney film title, or a Disney character. Okay, in the wide world of Disney, not just animated, literally all the way through Disney, these dingbats should lead you to something Disney related. I'll give you 10 minutes on the clock to get them in, and I'll have to bring down a bigger screen. I won't just put them on that tiny screen because you've got all 12. Oh, sorry, I said 10, didn't I? There's 12 of them, and they're all on one big page, so you can see them all at the same time because they can be a bit more tricky than the anagrams that I was doing. Okay. Hopefully you'll all understand them. Good luck. 10 minutes starts now. Obviously, if everyone gets them in quicker than 10 minutes, then I'll pop back earlier and take them down and go through some answers. Just send them in as you get them, or I'll come out when you've got about a minute left to go and let you know you've got a minute. All right? Okay, folks, you have 1 minute to go. If you can get your answers in now for me, that would be great. Okay, folks, I should have all your answers in for that now, but just in case, I'll give you a minute just to get them in whilst I go through the answers to round one. So, round one was our voice actors. Anna in Frozen is voiced by Kristen Bell. The genie in the original animated Aladdin is Robin Williams. Kevin Spacey is voices Hopper in A Bug's Life. Pumbaa in the 2019 version of The Lion King is voiced by Seth Rogen. Shere Khan in the live-action Jungle Book is Idris Elba. Andrew Stanton voices in Finding Nemo. Shakira voices Gazelle in Zootropolis. Patrick Warburton voices Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove. And Tom Holland's character in Onward is called Ian Lightfoot. And the Link, playing Frank McKay in Monsters University, is John Krasinski. Okay, folks. Round two should have all your answers in now. Just double check before I go through the answers of them that I've got them all in. Cool, so all your answers are in for there, just being marked as we speak. So I'll go through the Disney bats. Oh dear. Okay, so number one was Wish Upon a Star. Number two was Robin Hood. As it happens, let's put them back up on the screen so you can see them and groan or moan at me for how terrible the clues were. So, oh, I've lost it. Okay, stand out of the way of them a little bit. Okay, so number one was Wish Upon a Star. Number two was Robin Hood. Number three was The Circle of Life. Number four was Under the Sea. Number five was Spoonful of Sugar. A Spoonful of Sugar. Number six was Colour of the Wind from Pocahontas. Number seven was Song of the South. Speaking of Disney's dark racist past. Number eight, Loki. Number nine, Second Star on the Right, Straight On Till Morning. Colour of the morning in the bottom is teal. Number 10 was Cool Runnings. Number 11 was Up. And number 12 was Hi Ho. So well done, whoever got a decent number on there. I'll find out shortly. Get rid of that for the moment. Okay, our next round tonight, folks, is our special guest round. Howie is going to do a quick animated quiz for you, all on the animated Disneys, and what he's going to describe some films. He wants you to give him the film titles, I believe. Yep, all the film titles. So without further ado, over to Howie. Right, ready when you are.
Good evening. Animated Disney is the subject for the quarantine. For everybody's well during our 2020 recess. Hopefully we'll all be back together soon. Questions on animated Disney. We get asked each question twice, and all the answers are the name of an animated Disney film. Question one. Name the first full-length animated Disney film. Name the first full-length animated Disney film. Question two. The 2013 film, whose characters included Oaken, Marshmallow, and Kristoff, In which 2013 film did the characters include Oken, Marshmallow, and Christoph? Question 3. The title character's stepmother was called Lady Tremaine in which film? The title character's stepmother was called Lady Tremaine in which animated Disney film? Question 4. In 1955, it was a doggy love story with a famous spaghetti scene. What was it called? 1955 doggy love story with a famous spaghetti scene. What was it called? Question 5. One of the main characters sang that he was king of the swingers. In which film? One of the main characters sang that he was king of the swingers. In which film? Question 6. A 1997 film loosely based around the son of Zeus in Greek mythology. A 1997 film loosely based around the son of Zeus in Greek mythology. Question 7. A 2009 film centered on an elderly widower called Carl and an earnest boy called Russell. A 2009 film centered on an elderly widower called Carl and an earnest boy called Russell. Question 8. A 2017 film about a 12-year-old boy called Miguel who is accidentally transported to the land of the dead. This is Matt's favourite film. A 2017 film about a 12-year-old boy called Miguel who is accidentally transported to the land of the dead. Well, Matt's favourite, isn't it? Question 9. In 2010, a film loosely based on the German fairy tale Rapunzel. 2010 film loosely based on the German fairy tale Rapunzel. And finally, pay attention, a 2003 tale about a clownfish called Martin and a regal blue tang dory. A 2003 tale about a clownfish called Martin and a regal blue tang dory. For all you Disney experts, that's probably quite easy. I won't give you the answers now, but Matt will give you the answers shortly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Howie. Legend that is. I know you went through them quite quick. Let's have your answers in though. Quite an easy round realistically. So as you're getting your answers in for that one, let's go. We've already done Disney Bats. So if you get your answers in for me, we'll then go through them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we come, incoming. Okay, there's always one. There we go. Right, all in. Wicked. So, answers for that round. Howie's round, we had number 1 was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Number 2 was Frozen. 3 was Cinderella. 4 was Lady and the Tramp. 5 was The Jungle Book. 6 was Hercules. 7 was Up. Now, Howie did make a mistake here in that he said that the next one was my favourite Pixar film. Not true. Up is my favourite Pixar film. Just to set the record straight. Number 8, Coco. It's a good film, but not as good as Up. Number 9, Tangled. And number 10, Finding Nemo. Okay. Let's have a look. Wrong place, wrong time. Okay, folks, I will be back in just a moment for the next round, which is Star Wars under Disney. Okay, folks, here we are back in the main bar. Just give me a bit more space to move around on. Wicked. So, our next round, one of Disney's more recent acquisitions. I say recent, well, we'll find out. I think one of the questions refers to it. It's been quite a while now. Star Wars. So, all of these questions relate to anything Star Wars that has been since the Disney acquisition. I've not gone back to previous things. It's literally the last however many years since Disney acquired it. Okay. So, question number 1. What was the worst? That's an entirely different question. What was the first film released in the Star Wars universe by Disney? That's number 1. What was the first film released in the Star Wars universe by Disney? Question number 2. Who plays Finn? In the latest trilogy, who plays Finn? Question number 3. One I nearly spoiled. In what year did Disney acquire Star Wars? That's number 3. In what year did Disney acquire Star Wars? Number 4. Which fan favourite villain thought to be dead shows up at the end of Solo in a cameo role? That's number 4. Which fan favourite villain thought to be dead shows up at the end of Solo in a cameo? Number 5. Andy Serkis portrays which villain in the Star Wars films? That's number 5. Andy Serkis portrays which villain in the Star Wars films? I can go one better. Question number 5. Andy Serkis portrays which villain in the Star Wars films? Question number 6. Who is the main protagonist in the animated series Star Wars Rebels? Number 4, repeat. Which fan favourite villain thought to be dead shows up at the end of Solo in a cameo? That's number 4. Which fan favourite villain thought to be dead shows up at the end of Solo in a cameo? Number 7. In The Force Awakens, which James Bond actor cameos as a stormtrooper? That's number 7. In The Force Awakens, which James Bond actor cameos as a stormtrooper? Number 8. How many episodes were there in the first series of The Mandalorian? That's number 8. How many episodes were there in the first series of The Mandalorian? Question number 9. What is the name of the planet that Rey was abandoned on? That's number 9. What is the name of the planet that Rey was abandoned on? And before I do any repeats, number 10, another one on Rey. What colour is her lightsaber at the end of The Rise of Skywalker? That's number 10. What colour is Rey's lightsaber at the end of The Rise of Skywalker? So asked for a repeat of number 6. Number 6 was, who is the main protagonist in the animated series Star Wars Rebels? So the main hero. Okay. Okay, folks, give you a second to get them in, and I will go set up the next round. See you very, very shortly. Okay, folks, I have now been transported to the battle at the end of Avengers Endgame. But there are 12 characters that do not belong here. Can you identify them? There are 12 Disney characters in this picture that do not belong in this picture. If you can spot them all, write them down, send them in. I'm going to give you 7 minutes on this one. So, off you go. As soon as I get off your screens. Just FYI, guys, I've got my first answers in already for this one. I've got 2 minutes left to go. Those first answers that came in, there's one that I'm so annoyed that someone got so quickly, but hey ho, it happens. 2 minutes, get them all in for me, please. What? You reading mums?
I didn't even realise it was yours and I laughed.
Oh, Hayley, shut up! Okay, so should have all your answers in there now. Yes, wonderful. Apologies for the background noise going on there. Don't leave the mic on. The reason for Hayley's laughter was my mum's gone with funny answers, as she's never seen Endgame and wouldn't know half the characters that aren't supposed to be there. Whoops. Right, anyways. Stop vibrating. Should have all your answers in now. Looks like I have. Yeah, you got that in just in time this time next year. Okay, so questions for Star Wars. The first film released by Disney was Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Finn is played by John Boyega. Star Wars was acquired by Disney in 2012. Darth Maul appeared at the end of Solo. Supreme Leader Snoke was portrayed by Andy Serkis. Ezra Bridger was the name of the main protagonist in Star Wars Rebels. Force Awakens featured a cameo by Daniel Craig playing a Stormtrooper. 8 episodes in the Mandalorian first series, well worth a watch if you are a Star Wars fan and haven't watched it yet. The name of the planet Rey was abandoned on was Jakku, and her lightsaber at the end of Rise of Skywalker is yellow, supposed to represent being neutral apparently. Okay, so wrong place, wrong time. Should have all your answers in now. Dread to think why I've just been sent a photo. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's do these in order that I've got them on the screen. You got Sully there from Monsters Inc. James P. Sullivan. Up above me here, you got Dumbo flying in for air support. This little pusscat down here is Oliver from Oliver and Company. We've then got Black Widow Natasha Romanoff. Spoiler alert: she's already dead when this scene happens. It was over a year ago. Get over it. We also have, on the villain side, I can't actually point that far, there's a wall here. Kylo Ren right on the end from Star Wars. The little fairy flying behind me is Tinkerbell. Now, saying his name right, the giant crab is Tamatoa from Moana. We've then got, we've accepted either the child from The Mandalorian or Baby Yoda, as that's what it's been referred to on the internet. Up in the clouds here, the one I was hoping some people wouldn't get is Mufasa. Then we've got Jack Skellington popping his head up behind the cloud here. The princess from Brave, Merida. And then little dog over here, Pluto. Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much, folks. 2 more rounds left to go. I will meet you. I will just fade this picture out. Meet you back in the main bar. Bear with. Okay, right. So, round 6 is poorly described Disney films. So another one where I just want you to name the Disney films. I'm going to give you some rather terrible descriptions that will ruin your view of the film forever, potentially. So, let's give it a go. Question number 1. In this film, a kidnapped book-obsessed girl develops Stockholm Syndrome. So I'm going to describe the films in the worst possible way. You're going to tell me what film I am describing. That's question 1. Kidnapped book-obsessed girl develops Stockholm Syndrome. Question number 2. Both a liar and a thief, he catfishes a princess with the help of the Fresh Prince. That's number 2. Both a liar and a thief, he catfishes a princess with the help of the Fresh Prince. Question number 3. A cowboy tries to murder an astronaut for the love and attention of a child. That's number 3. A cowboy tries to murder an astronaut for the love and attention of a child. Question number 4. A plucky couple and their dogs won't let a fashion designer be great. That's number 4. A plucky couple and their dogs won't let a fashion designer be great. Question number 5. A widowed father frantically searches for his physically disabled son with the help of a mentally disabled woman. That's number 5. A widowed father frantically searches for his physically disabled son with the help of a mentally disabled woman. Question number 6. A 7-year-old girl goes on an acid trip. That's number 6. A 7-year-old girl goes on an acid trip. Question number 7. Orphan sisters harbour an illegal alien. That's number 7. Orphan sisters harbour an illegal alien. Question number 8. Guy lets his planet get destroyed because he doesn't want his sister living there. I know how he feels. Question number 8. Guy lets his planet get destroyed because he doesn't want his sister living there. Probably shouldn't say things like that when she's doing me a favour. Number 9. A guy goes to a forest, starts kissing a girl with 7 other guys watching. That's 9. A guy goes to the forest, starts kissing a girl, a sleeping girl, while 7 other guys watch. And number 10, our final poorly described film for the evening. It's a prequel to the original films, but a sequel to the prequel films. And basically everyone dies. That's number 10. It's a prequel to the original films, but a sequel to the prequel films. And basically everyone dies. Okay, folks, I'll have your answers in for them. Our last round tonight is a nice, easy true or false round for you. So I'm hoping making it a simple one so that it's easy for you to fill out, easy to send in, easy for Hayley to mark whilst I go through the answers for the last 2 rounds. So let's give it a go. Does Disney own the world yet? Is the name of the round. So I want you to tell me if Disney owns these companies, then it's a true. If Disney doesn't own it, it's a false. Companies, films, whatever. Okay, so number 1. Does Disney own ABC, the American Broadcasting Company? That's number 1. Does Disney own ABC, American Broadcasting Company? Question number 2. Does Disney own the Transformers film franchise? Does Disney own the Transformers film franchise? Question number 3. Does Disney own Hong Kong Disneyland? Question number 3. Does Disney own Hong Kong Disneyland? Yes, folks. Yes, according to so for that, to answer that question, for everybody, partial ownership does mean they own it. So if they have some sort of stake in it, then they own it. Question number 4. Netflix. That was 4. Netflix. Number 5. Vertigo Comics. Number 5. Vertigo Comics. Number 6. Amblin Entertainment. Number 7. Miramax. That's number 7. Miramax. Miramax Films. Question number 8. The Alien film franchise. That's number 8. The Alien film franchise. So Alien through to Alien Covenant. Number 9. The Ice Age movie franchise. That's number 9. The Ice Age films. And finally, for your last round and last question this evening, do Disney own so true or false, Disney own Legoland? Number 10, Legoland. Okay, folks, let's have your answers to them in now, please. Whilst you're getting those answers in, I will go through the answers for round 6. So, round 6, the poorly described films. We have Kidnapped Book Obsessed Girl Develops Stockholm Syndrome is, of course, Beauty and the Beast. A Liar and a Thief Catfishes a Princess with the help of the Fresh Prince is Aladdin. Cowboy tries to murder an astronaut for the love and attention of a child is Toy Story. A plucky couple in London and their dogs won't let a fashion designer be great. The poor Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians. So looking for 101 Dalmatians as your answer. A widowed father frantically searching for his physically disabled son with the help of a mentally disabled woman. Finding Nemo. Bit of a crossover with Howard's round there, I do apologise. Number 6, 7-year-old girl goes on an acid trip. Alice in Wonderland. Number 7, Orphan Sisters Harbouring an Illegal Alien was a reference to Lilo and Stitch. I've not actually seen that film, so apologies if that's no good. That was literally ripped from the internet. Number 8, Guy lets his planet get destroyed because he doesn't want to live with his sister, is Thor Ragnarok. A guy that's alone in a forest kisses sleeping girl while 7 other guys watch. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And a prequel to the original films, but a sequel to the prequel films, and basically everyone dies, was Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Okay, have I got something in for everyone for our true or false round? Yes, looks like. Wicked. So, Disney in fact do own ABC, the American Broadcasting Company. They do not own Transformers film franchise. They do own, shared with Hong Kong government, Hong Kong Disneyland. They do not yet own Netflix. They do not yet own Vertigo Comics, because it's a subsidiary of DC, not Marvel. They do not own Amblin Entertainment, though they have worked with them on a few films. Miramax, they do not own. They did up until, I believe, 2010, when they sold it. So they used to own all the Tarantino films, but no longer. The Alien franchise, yeah, technically they do. They acquired that with the Fox merger. The Ice Age movie franchise, again, thanks to the Fox merger, they do own the rights to Ice Age. And they do not own Legoland. Though again have worked with Legos regularly for certain films. Okay, folks, give me a couple of minutes to total up the answers, total up the scores, and I will be back with you. Okay, folks, so I've got some results for you. As I expected, Disney quiz, very high scoring tonight. In fact, no one got below 40 points out of potential, what was there? 74 plus up to 5, getting involved up to, out of 79. No one scored below 40, so no one got below 50%. So well done, folks. So there does have to be someone in last place, I'm afraid. And in 10th place tonight with bang on 40 points, we have Useless Eustace. Then in, how many places did we have tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people playing, 10 teams playing today. There was a draw. So next up with 43.5 points, we have the Pickle Ticklers. Then next we have 48.5 points for Bird is the Word. Rich and Amanda and the Vickery Princesses both scored 51 points tonight. Then beating them into 4th place with 51.5 points, so half a point in it, we had Win or Lose We Booze. With 52 points tonight, we have in 3rd place the Tilbury Quizzical Massive. With 56 points in 2nd place tonight, we have This Time Next Year We Will Be Allowed Out. Which means first for the 2nd time running with 59.5 points, 56.5, so even 59.5 with Get Involved points, 56.5, so even without the Get Involved points tonight, Quentin Quarantino win. 59.5 points. Astounding. Thank you very much for playing tonight, folks. If you did enjoy it, please tell everybody, share it with the world. If you didn't, don't. If you did enjoy it enough and you are, I know not everyone's financially able to at the moment, but if you are able to spare a few pennies for St Francis Hospice, the link to my Just Giving page is in the chat. It's very close to my heart. It would have been my dad's 70th birthday this year. Sadly, he died just before his 60th. But they were absolutely amazing as we were going through that. Also did a lot of work with my nan and such. So it would be much appreciated. As ever, thank you very much for taking part. Doing these is certainly keeping me sane. Hopefully it's keeping a few of you sane as well. Next week we may change it up a bit. Let me know if you think that maybe we should go down to 1 a week now that we are going to be allowed out to meet up with 6 people socially distant outside. Yeah. Give me all the feedback you can. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, and I will see you on Tuesday for the normal pub quiz. Thank you very much again for playing, guys. Good night. Hello, got a little challenge that I'm hoping you'd all get involved in. If not, no worries, but it'd be great if you did. I've got a toilet roll here. In a moment, I'm going to throw it off to my right. I'd like one of you to catch it in from the left-hand side of your screen, something in the middle, whatever you fancy, and then throw it off again to the right for the next person to do the same. Once you've done, if you could send your videos to my WhatsApp, which is in the blurb, that'd be great. Okay, friends from Quentin Quarantino are going to demonstrate for you. Thanks. Get involved.